Testing, maybe. I'm not sure. I think we're good. I think. Let me know if you can hear me. Put FAs in the chat. 22s. 22s if we're all clear. 22s if we're all clear. Test 22. Test 22. Let me know. 22s, test. FA22, got it. Awesome, cool. Man, I had to reboot my PC because it kind of hung up. And I was like, okay, so I'll reboot it real fast. And then like, none of my sources were being seen by OBS. It was like, everything was blank. And I was like, okay, I'm not sure. I was able to like stop the stream and like restart it without it interrupting the stream, which helped. But all right. Good morning, miners. What's up, guys? Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. But good morning. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well and fantastic, guys. Good freaking morning. Yo, D Mining Nerd Beast, Max Voltage. What is up, my dude? Sorry, the noise was. But what is up? What is up? Do you have any is worth mining with them? I have not. I've never personally used the P106s. I mean, they're not bad cards. I don't think. If they're the 3 GB variants, that means you can unlock them to 6 GB. If they're the 4 GB models, you can unlock them to 8 GB. So that is a thing. Welcome to the soothing sounds of Mikkel this morning. Thank you, Nerd Beast. Thank you. It's a somewhat sick me, but it's a me nonetheless, right? But what is up, guys? Sadie, all the time. Alexander Fleer, Crypto Padel, that guy Oz. What is up, dude? You are out freaking standing. Integra guy, automatic beats. Chump change, my man. My man. Good to go. Yes, good to go. Integra guy, Nerd Beast, all track. Rude Puts, good morning. Dakota Miner. What is up? What is up? In the city, what is going on? Didn't know that can be done. Yeah, a lot of the mining specific cards can be unlocked to different most of them now have been unlocked, but if you end up finding them, you can actually just unlock them yourselves with a specific BIOS. Plenty of us have them. I think I have the 8 GB BIOS and the 6. Once you get them, you know, you just kind of like save them and keep them forever kind of thing. Yeah. The little one's doing good. He's kind of got allergies going on right now and got the cough that I have, but he's okay. He's just kind of chilling. There's a guy in Canada selling P106s for very cheap. Nice. Very nice. I don't know that I would use them if you're gonna like use them for like proof of useful work. I don't know that I would. They're not really good on heavy on compute. Me like personally. How do you load the BIOS? You can use HiveOS just like you would flashing an AMD card. You can just flash it inside of HiveOS, flashing an NVIDIA V BIOS. You can go to the tuning section, you'll see the options. It's actually pretty simple. Pretty simple nowadays. Pretty freaking simple. Find something. It's super simple. I've never personally had them. Yeah, I've gotten brick cards like that before. Yep. Facts. I've bought a few bricked cards before, knowing they were bricked, and just reflashed them. That's all it takes. Sometimes that's all it takes. Speaking of buying cards, actually this weekend I almost, not this weekend, like yesterday, the day before, almost scored a ARC A750, another one, for $177 on eBay. The dude was just selling it, brand new, said it wasn't compatible with his stuff, and 177 bucks. I was bidding on it, and literally last second, someone like bid $180, and they ended up winning it. I was so mad. I was watching it too, and I was ready. I had my thing open, and like I tried increasing my bid, and eBay would not let me increase my bid. It's absolutely sucked, but almost had it, man. That's terrible, but yeah. What up, Cedric? Bacon, eggs, and hash. Good morning. Trying to get more CMP 50HXs. Nice. Yeah, I've never had a CMP card. They are really nice, though. A CPU and a GPU. Yeah, okay, yeah. DPU has been done before. AMD has actually done it. It's been it's an X GPU. It's basically a digital GPU. You can actually code some FPGAs that are in like in data space. They are coded to be X GPUs. Basically they mimic a GPU, but they're not. It's really cool stuff. Heard you went all in on Pepe. No, I didn't, man. Nope. It is true that I do trade poop coins for bitcoins, but I did not deal or mess with Pepe, mainly because it was on Ethereum, and those Ethereum gas fees will get you 10 times out of 10. It'll get you every time. Nice, yeah. Octominers are pretty good. I like the Octominer cases. The Venturi cases that we have at the facility, they're pretty cool, and they're a little bit cheaper. You can get them used. If you can get Octominers for used, that'd be pretty good. Wish we did a week ago. I mean, do you though? Because in order to sell that amount of money, you have to have like the equivalent amount of gas for larger transactions. So, do you really? But yeah, I don't even know what the price of it is. I heard it reached $1, but I think that was BS. I'm gonna go look just for you, Chump Change. Dang, Tether's worth more than $1 though. That's intense. Why did Tether have a spike in price? Huge spike in price. What? Weird. Go look at Pepe. Yeah, that was BS. Yeah, oh, yeah. Cool. Oh, far from $1. Okay, I get you. Shows you how much I really didn't care. But I see. Far from $1. Super far from $1. 0.0000282. Man. If I ever, when I'm trading like POW coins, I'm usually trading on like Solana or something like that. Personally, that's just me. I use Bird Eye for that though. Bird Eye is a great tool if no one has ever like used it, and you get more than one option of like chains. Just throwing that out there. Not financial advice, like whatsoever, but good stuff. Good freaking stuff. When it's not down for some reason. Yeah, I love Solana. Like, I dig it. I use Unminable and I mine to Solana. I made good returns on that multiple times over. Mining it when it was like $8 a coin, and then here we are, 20 something dollars. Told y'all so, but you know. Pepe's just another ship, yeah. But yeah, that's why I have faith in Caspa, because Caspa is the proof of works world of Solana, in my opinion. Once Rust is fully implemented, they are basically the same thing. Gotta head to the post office. Yeah, man, I gotta go to the post office as soon as I'm done here. And I gotta go help the wife at a wedding event. Then I gotta go to the farm. Then I have a live stream tonight. It's a busy day. Busy day. The weight of a 12 card rig. Dude, yes. Man, we have like racks, and I put all of the 12 card Octominer rigs at the very top. Absolutely sucks, but they are much easier to deal with up there. They are heavy though. Even an Octominer 12 full of like A2000s is pretty heavy. Caspa's great. Dump Festival incoming aside, of course. I mean, yes and no. I mean, it seems to be doing alright. Though they just got listed on KuCoin, so I'm sure there will be a good amount of liquidity heading that direction. Ultra. Nice. What's up, Retro Mike? How you doing, buddy? What Casper utilities, though, except making FPGA manufacturers richer? So once they implement Rust, they will be able to deploy the same stuff that Solana would be able to. So you'd have all the dexes. It'd basically make it another scalable and buildable Ethereum, but it's running on Rust. So things that are running on Solana would be easily ported over. There's other algorithms that also run and implement stuff on Rust. Rust actually benefits from FPGAs because the throughput and the solutions actually can benefit from FPGAs, and they can actually coexist and help each other out pretty well without having to like, what other layer one do? Solana, I think it's Arbitrum, if I'm not mistaken. Arbitrum. Trying to think of what it was. Not optimism. I'm drawing a blank. ASICs serve no purpose on Caspa. Hashing algo can also be hashed by any hardware. I will support a fork. Hope it happens. So, you want my personal opinion, and like possibilities can happen, right? So when the implementation of Rust happens, right, it is a hard fork. Now, I would love to know, and I've asked this question but I haven't really gotten a response, but if it being a hard fork, it's changing the way, it's changing the epoch as solutions are. It's changing block speeds, not changing block times, but changing block speeds because the transactions per second go up through with Rust. I'm actually curious to know is that enough to kick ASICs off? That's my personal like thought and opinion, and it would make sense of why you have some of these ASICs that push their timeline ahead once the Rust implementation was announced. So no one said anything because it's possible that they just want it to happen. But if the nonces change and block timings change and things like that change, right? That is enough to have to like change, and it's a fork of the algorithm, so it's possible that it could kick ASICs off. I don't know that for sure. Not 100%, but I'm like 80% sure on that in my own knowing, right? Just a tiny nonce difference is enough to kick ASICs off. Correct. Now, things can be, depends on how much the algorithm changes. It could be fixed with like a firmware update. But if it changes enough, it won't, like, it's not going to be enough. Does that make sense? FPGAs can change the bit stream and are easily, like, the bit stream's easily changeable, right? An ASIC isn't. So, I don't know. Yeah, see, it did that to knock all the ASICs off. Yep. It is a fact. Actually, Bitmain did that with Sia. Bitmain actually worked with Sia Coin to kick all the ASICs off, but the Bitmain ASICs, because Sia Coin bought those ASICs. It's a whole thing. Yeah, I'm not mad about ASICs on Caspa. It provides security, and it would make a better Solana, right? You wouldn't have to worry about the downtimes that Solana does, because Solana only relies on validators. That's it. Now we have node operators. You would have the potential to have validators, and you would have proof of work miners. So like they all have different functions and they can all help it out like quite a bit. Now with the emissions thing though, that kind of makes it a little difficult of how long that's sustainable and what proof of work miners do after that, right? If they're not mining and getting rewarded block rewards, but still providing solutions for proof of work, which you can still do. It's still a thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's a whole thing that I've been actually really curious about. I've tried to get like an interview with them because I'm very curious to know. You know what I mean? But I don't think anybody wants to answer that question. Not to release the general public yet. I mean, yes, they are smart, but it's also like potentially like wrong of them. If it does change completely and the Ice River's ASICs become like bricks, like it sucks, right? And what makes me think it to be so much more true is because they know it, maybe because they push their pre-order sale forward. They let everybody buy them, but yet it's potential that they could change things. Are a major problem too. Accelerated, yes. Pay for itself cheap. Yeah, I don't know. That's the only part that gets me is the emissions part. That's what gets me the most. But I do know that, guys, I don't know if you check out in the description now, but now we have coupon codes for every single E300 and E100 that Osprey has down in the description below, which is pretty freaking awesome. I know RxD is about to be done. Two of the developers they were working on two separate streams and now they're working together, and it's supposedly and looks really dope. That's all I can really think. So all the coupon codes are now down in the description below. For the E300 VU35P, you can get $125 off. For the E100 VU35P, which is a single board E300 35P, you can get $30 off. And now you can also get $100 off the VU33P E300, which is the Forest Kittens, the FK33s. Really pretty cool. Can be updated, but it's never easy. Facts. Most miners just chase profits. Talk is cheap. Yeah. Fact. Except security is worth a lot, man. Ethereum threw away security to be cheaper, and it got them absolutely nowhere. When VU9, dude, I've seen the VU9P E300s, man, and I want one. I want one so bad. I don't even care if it's a single board VU9P. Like, every time I am constantly looking for broken BCUs. Constantly. Always looking for broken BCUs. Because I would love a VU9P version. What about team behind Nexa? I'm not really sure. Wasn't really a fan of Nexa. Like personally, I never really dug into it. Though this, I've been pretty curious in watching. I've noticed a few people. I know Integra guy was talking about this, but Hobbyist got one too, and he is saying the same thing. He's only getting 7.5 to 8 gigahashes. You're supposed to be getting 10 to 13. So no way to change voltages, which is very common. If this really is BlackMiner, and we know that it is a subsidy of BlackMiner, not being able to change voltages would be common. Would make 100% sense. Wish I had the money to play around with this stuff. I bought the C1100. Never had an FPGA to play with it in Ubuntu. Yeah, the C1100 is a great like entry level FPGA. I know Coastal has some Forest Kittens. Coastal, what's up? Would love to play with those. They're the modded ones too, so they have higher voltages, which is pretty cool. For being wrong, not necessarily, Cedric. It really depends. Not every coin's the same. ASICs were allowed to coexist on Ethereum for quite some time, and still did before anything happened. Like, they were able to actually coexist with everybody. FPGAs were there, GPU miners were there, validators were there, node operators were there, ASIC miners were there. Big old muddy puddle, but it was sustainable for quite some time. Granted, it was Clown World because they gave in, but still. They provide a function. It's just a greedy function. It is a double-edged sword, and one side of the sword is definitely sharper than the other. But they're both sharp. Yeah. Yeah, but Bitcoin, yeah. Bitcoin ASICs. Yep. Mainly that is because they muscled everything out. You can still mine with GPUs and stuff on Bitcoin, but it's just not worth it because you're muscled out by the ASICs. There's even bit streams for SHA-256. Has been for a long time. It's just not worth it because the ASICs is the perfect example. He got it for free. I don't know that he got it for free. Pretty sure he paid for this. Not getting full hash rate advertised, but what a people unit. And this is an FPGA, not an ASIC as well. So you know, Cedric. Not an ASIC. This is definitely an FPGA. Yeah. I've been running FPGAs for years. Quite a few years. It's all in cycles, man. Yeah, he said he paid $1,900 for it. Yeah, he didn't get it for free. Many people bought the unit, though. There's people here in chat that bought this unit. I didn't think it was a good deal, and I wasn't going to buy one. Because I don't like BlackMiner. But that's my personal choice. I am very close friends with him, and I have talked to him personally, and I don't have physical proof. I don't have the transaction ID, but you know what I mean. I take his word for it. We're all in group chat together, so I take his word for it. I bought it 4 years ago. Facts, Retro Mike. Facts. Triple facts. It's okay, Cedric. It's okay. But yeah. Pretty common occurrence, apparently, is that they're not getting the most advertised, which I'm not sure if that's due to voltage reasons. Not really sure what's up with that. I know that someone else was saying that they were not able to like change much, which you can't change anything on BlackMiner's software too. But it doesn't look anything like BlackMiner's software apparently. I do not have one personally. I've been curious, but I still want to know what chip is in it. All the pictures I've seen have the goo on them still. And with the goo on them, I can't tell what they are. Clean off the goo. My Casper bitstream has wild swings. Facts, dude. I've noticed that. I've noticed that. All of the BlackMiner stuff have been pretty wild and erratic. Oh, they have a very shady past. Very shady, in my personal opinion. Allegedly. It's not something I would like talk about publicly on camera, but yeah. There are those that here that do know though. What's up, Crypto Crag? It's really F1 mini, yeah. F1 hash rate goes from 250 to 30. That's a big swing. But yeah, Vincent, I mean, you know where to reach me in Discord. There's a section, we've chatted in there before, so feel free to ping me in there. Yeah, I'm hardware agnostic. Facts, WX2. I own GPUs. That's where I started. I own FPGAs. I also own some ASICs. Everything has to scale depending on like what it is. Depends on what I do. You know, GPUs I see as a short-term situation. Right, you can use that as a short-term leverage. Mine a bunch of coins, change. You can be pretty fluid. FPGAs and ASICs are a long-term play for me. Always have been. When I bought my BCUs, we bought them even like when Nim got his. They were like long-term, like never meant to be sold. Like long-term investment. ASICs you sell out. I know, man. You know, I felt horrible too. Like, I was only FPGA and GPUs for quite some time. Really, it was Gold Shell that did it to me, right? Those were like my first personal like ASICs. Was like Gold Shell, mini ASICs. Like, really, that's my personal borderline of ASICs at home. I don't own like big ASICs. You know what I mean? I don't. I don't own any of those. I don't. I own more GPUs and FPGAs than I even do box ASICs. So, if you want to consider a CK Box 2 an ASIC, yeah. How are ASICs long term? They become obsolete quick. So personally, I would only buy, like, if I bought an ASIC for myself to like have long term, it's gonna be a BTC ASIC. That would be it. I wouldn't go buy a poop coin ASIC. It's too much of a gamble. You know what I mean? In my personal like opinion, that is how I see them as a long-term thing, because they don't become obsolete quick for Bitcoin. If you undervolt an S9, it's still pretty profitable. They can make about $5 to $7 a day after electric if you do it right. At least for me, anyway. At my current rates, I could. You know what I mean? Because I have low electric, but yeah. But like my box miners, I've had those. I got those for cheap. I don't plan to sell them really. The most one I would sell is my Litecoin one. But yeah. Yeah, I have EV rates. I have EV rates here myself, so I get 3 cents at night, and then it's like 5 to 6 cents during the day. So I average out around 7-ish cents, 8 cents after like fees and taxes. I said about 8 cents here at my house. Running at night, I'm extremely profitable. But that's because I was able to get EV rates. Nerd Beast lucky. Very lucky. I have an electric vehicle. Even the mining facility gets like good rates. Comparable to my rates here. That's not normal electricity rates. No, it's not. I know it's not. I know it's not normal electric rates. Look at your place that has EV rates. It's very possible. Over 15 cents. Facts. Yeah. Facts. Time to buy a Tesla. So, I have an electric vehicle. Have. You know what I mean? I've honestly thought about buying a Tesla before, though. It's not a normal electricity rate. It can be. But yeah, we have industrial rates at the farm, and then I have EV rates here at my place. But I can't have like a technical, I don't know, business or whatever. I have an electric go-kart. I said I have an electric vehicle. That's what I said. And they said okie dokie. And I don't have to deal with like rate fluctuations. Like my rates are consistent. Changes every day at a specific time to the lower rate, and then goes back over the next day around like I think it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I go back to my normal rate, and I do that every day. I mined at my in-laws, and she did not have EV rates, and it was pretty wild seeing the difference of just a few things. You're like, oh, because her rate fluctuated. Do you have a video of how to undervolt an S9? Yes, I do. I use BrainsOS for my, like, for testing in that video, like specifically. And I'm only, in that video, I'm only using 2 hash boards. That machine only had 2 hashing boards. But nonetheless, I found it to be very efficient, right? It was able to be very efficient in my opinion. Right there in the city. Yeah, not a problem. I can even... Here is like... This is even the spreadsheet that I have. So you're able to get 9.5 terahashes for 735 watts. You're able to stay right in between basically 9 terahashes for about 720 to 730 watts, give or take, with just 2 hashing boards. If you remove one, you can keep use the tune settings like that's built into BrainsOS. Use the tune for 1075 watts, and it's gonna tune all 3 boards into that tune setting, but there's only 2 boards, so it still thinks there's 3, so you will not pull this amount of wattage. At the wall software watts it says 735, but at the metered watts it was 753 for 9.52 terahashes. But that's, yeah. That's that. S9's pretty good piece of hardware if you can like use it efficiently. I mean, even if you let it like fully eat, you're only gonna put 900 watts and you'll get 11 gigahashes or terahashes. You're good, buddy. I hope you're feeling better. I hope the boy's doing all right, and I hope you're feeling okay, my dude. I was gonna call you, but I knew you were super busy and dealing with like family and stuff. What algo is that? This is Bitcoin. This is an Antminer S9. Vincent. He was asking about Nasidi was talking about undervolting an S9. So I have a video of how to do that. So I pulled it up. So this is an Antminer S9. using Brains OS Plus and undervolting it with their software. S9 has one of the longest runs. Dude, it does, man. S9's a tank. Dude, I seen a video of a guy that his entire S9 like shed was covered in snow. All of his S9s covered in snow. He let them all dry out and thaw and everything, and was still able to fire them up, and they still run like perfectly. Freaking wild. I bet you do that to like an S19 or something and it would never work. It would never come back on. Ever. 9 terahashes at 700 watts. Say you're at 10 cent electric. You would earn about $5.57 a day. But after electric, you would actually be losing about $6. That's at like 10 cents. If I was running it here, I don't pay 10 cents. So like I may lose $1 if I'm not mistaken. Exotic cooling, right? It was pretty wild watching him like fire them up. No, he did not put them in rice, man. He just let them dry out. Like, just let them dry out. It was wild. Absolutely wild. Oh, yeah. So the best thing about the Brains OS Plus is that it allows the fan to, like, ramp down, which is great. Yes, they can. You can actually even install Noctua fans on them, and it would be like super quiet. I think Crypto Cloak's got his down to like 20 to 30 decibels. Like less than like stock. My S9 runs at 12 terahashes at 940-ish watts. 12 terahashes and 940 watts. I'm curious. There you go. That's not bad. For the price of basically mining Bitcoin, like that's worth it to me, right? You're not having to go to an exchange. Like if you're eating $3 in cost, you're paying more than that in fees to go to your bank to transfer funds to Coinbase. From Coinbase, then you gotta buy Bitcoin, and then you gotta send the Bitcoin to your own personal wallet or leave it in Coinbase. So you're like, you've already accrued more than $3 in fees. So losing $3 in electric justifies that for a constant earning of Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Personally, that's just me. Like, that's how I see this. I don't go to Coinbase to buy Bitcoin. I would mine Bitcoin. I use my other hardware to mine other coins, and I convert it to Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Does anybody get that? Anybody smell what I'm putting down? What up, Cedric? Saying, depends on your electric rate. If you have non-normal rates like Mikkel and Retro, then you can have a second Lambo already. Facts. I can barely hear my S9. Facts. You can get them for like 50 to 70 bucks. I think we have some at the facility that we might end up getting rid of. I'm not sure though. That's up to them, not me. I got a new project now. Yeah, man, not a problem. S9s are cheap too, man. I play everything into Bitcoin too. Yeah, I mean, that's just the best way to go. Shits for bits, right? That's what we say. I don't like to curse much, but do be facts though. Enjoy the new project. It's 50 to 70 bucks. Yeah, something like that. Last I seen. I'm gonna go look on eBay like right now. I'll tell you. I'm seeing them for like 42 bucks. $42, $100, $65, $64, $57. Like, $119. That one looks pretty dang shiny. You know, that one's parts only. 64, 65. There's 100, 42. $50, $50, $80. That one's brand new in the box for 160 bucks. But it's brand new in the box. It's kind of expensive, but still brand new. Yeah, they're out there, man. There's tons out there, and they're robust. Plus, the power supplies are pretty great. We've used those power supplies for a lot of other things. Feels noteworthy. How are these S9s still in good shape after all these years? Dude, they are super robust. Like I said, dude, there was a guy that was had them covered in snow. Let them like dry out and was able to fire them back up again. It's like the small block Chevys, you know what I mean? Like, last forever. Not really forever, but and they're easy repairable. Do I have a code for unmineable? Look in the description. Down in the description, there should be an unmineable link. Should be. As long as it's quiet. This is awesome. Yeah. Not a problem, man. Enjoy it. It's fun stuff. Look up Crypto Cloaks' heater enclosement. It's pretty funny. It's probably the best thing you'll ever see in your life. I can't even open it. Facts. But we're about to head over to Serpent stuff, but look at this, man. This will get you the full parts list, and you can put it in a little container like this. And it tells you even how to do the upgraded fan on the power supply to a quiet Noctua fan. How to do the upgrades, how to solder them together, like makes it super quiet. That's the loudest thing right there, is that freaking fan. Getting the Noctua fans for the S9, mounting them, getting everything situated. Favorite settings, 650 watts, 50% fan speed, chips run at 80%, fan noise is 45 decibels, 8.25 terahashes. They got theirs running on Wi-Fi, and like inside of this little case. Just looks like a little heater. It won't cost you, you know, $1,300 like a heat bit will. Yeah, here you go. So there's Crypto Cloaks, and you can, he'll even, if you go to the file factory, you can print, you can like download the print file. So like if you have a 3D printer, you can print it off yourself. Or you can go to their shop and they have it in their shop as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right there. So for 149 bucks, you can have them print it yourself, and you can customize the colors, all of the above. Or you can print it off yourself. Wall, yeah, right. And not, you want to pay $1,200. And in that PDF has all the links to the to the upgraded fans, and it's up there at the very, very top. If you like a project, man, it's a fun project. It's fun stuff. But there's everything that you would need. Their total cost estimated $150. Full setup with the case, they're saying $400. You could probably get it for cheaper. Or not run it in one of those cases and would do just the same thing. Fun little stuff. It's just a little project. Nothing crazy, but fun. So yes, it is possible. But you run the risk of it overheating. But alright guys, I don't want to take over Serpent's time too much. I know he's live right now, and I need to go to the post office real fast, so let's head over there. We have a redirect set up, so it'll just take us over there, take y'all over there automatically, and let's go check it out. It's possible, Vincent. Like I said, use possibility of maybe of it overheating. But I don't see why it wouldn't work. If you wanted it to really work, I would add fans on the other side too. So you would have 4 fans instead of 2. Just to better the flow. To create like a tunnel effect. But yeah. Have a good day, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Don't forget to get outside, have some fun, keep your hash rates up, your watts down low. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you know every time that we go live here and post videos. We would greatly appreciate it. You all are flippin' amazing. FA to all of you. Have a good one. Stay savage. Peace out. See y'all next time. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.